So when you have a TLC plate, what is recommended by the manufacturers is to pre-wash the plate. And this is for removing impurities, so we recommend pre-washing the night before in 50% methanol and chloroform. And what you're going to do is you're going to run your plate and then let it air dry. If you want to do extraction, if you're planning the next day to do extraction from your TLC plate, then what we recommend is to run the mobile phase that you're going to use for extraction and let it air dry. So you're going to do that the night before, and if you've got a lot of plates to do, then do a lot of plates the night before, let it air dry. And then prior to use, if it's a glass back plate, you'll put it in a vacuum oven at about 130 C for roughly 30 minutes. And what that's going to do, it's going to actually help polymerize the binder better and make the plate activate better. So again, when you spot it, you'll have more reproducible results. For aluminum and plastic back plates, we recommend 90 C for roughly 30 to 60 minutes. If you're using plastic back plates, we recommend putting the plastic on either a piece of glass or a piece of metal so that the heating is even and that the plate doesn't curl up. So we're looking at TLC here, and that's what we recommend. I know that a lot of you guys like to cut corners and just go right out of the box, but since the manufacturers tell me this is the way to play, and if you want to play reproducible, this is the way to go. Okay, let's talk about column chromatography. Let's talk about silica gel. Again, we're looking at standardizing for reproducibility from user to user, from lot to lot, etc. And most of the time, people are taking silica gel out of the drum. The drum's open. They're pouring it out. They'll keep it in a beaker. It's open. It's sucking up the moisture from the air. So what we recommend is just put it into a vacuum oven roughly around 130 to 160 C for 30 to 60 minutes to help dry off excess moisture. And the same would apply to alumina. You can even do any of your bonded phases this way. Just good conditioning. So let's talk about packing silica in a column for reproducibility and what you should do. There is definitely a little bit of there are definitely differings of opinion from the camp of whether I dry pack or do I slurry pack. And in speaking to a lot of chemists, they recommend dry packing for flash chromatography. It's simple, it's fast. As you pour into the column, just tap so that everything's nice and evenly packed. Once you've done that, then to condition your silica for your run, just run the mobile phase 2 to 3 column volumes that you're going to be using. So 2 to 3 column volumes, and that way you're making everything ready to go to put your sample on. The same will apply to C18. Pack it dry. You don't have to slurry pack it. Again, 2 to 3 column volumes of the mobile phase that you want to run. Telephone call, amazing. We get interrupted even when we do these videos. Fortunately, we have people that answer the phones here. It's amazing, they do their job. Let's talk about one thing, alumina. Alumina is very exothermic, and one of the things that you should be a little bit more sensitive to is when you do condition it, give it a little bit of time for some of that heat to dissipate. We've seen in larger processes where alumina can cause air bubbles, and what will happen is it will definitely affect chromatography. I've spoken to some people about the exothermic situation with silica, but apparently it's not as drastic, so it's not such a concern for you. But if you are using alumina, I would definitely suggest, after you've conditioned it with the mobile phase for 2 to 3 column volumes, just give a little bit of time for some of those bubbles to dissipate. Otherwise, hey, listen, we're ready to go. We're going to get more into tips and things for all types of chromatography for you guys. If you have any questions, just shoot us an email at our website. We do have a chat feature. You can always go online. And if you want some guitar, tips, conditioning tips, man, I'll be glad to help you with that too. Otherwise, ciao.